Hello, my name is Dr. Kevin Conley. I'm a faculty member at Forsyth Tech, and I would like to cover some fundamentals of mathematics with you. In today's lecture, we're going to be taking a look at unit conversions. We'll take a look at an advanced application where we will be doing a translation from mile per hour to meter per second. Basically, if you can do this, you can do anything that you'll be seeing in chemistry or in physics. I like this example because it's a translation between something mile per hour that you see on signs all over the place and meter per second, which is a very common way of expressing speeds and velocities in the SI or metric system. Let's say, for example, you're driving down the road and you're doing 55 miles an hour. Let's say we want to translate that into meter per second. So the problem then is we have 55 mile per hour and we want to take this to meter per second. There are a number of steps we have to go through. We have to do a number of different unit conversions. We have to deal with the distance, and we also have to deal with the time. And this takes a number of steps. But if we slow down and do each step individually, using the same procedure, we can do this. First of all, we're going to have to convert miles to kilometers. Miles to kms. Then we convert kms to meters. We also need to convert hours to seconds. Hours, of course, relate to minutes, and in turn, minutes relate to seconds. So first of all, let's take a look at these conversions. You can either look up these conversions or be familiar with them. 1 mile is equivalent to 1.61 kms. 1 km, by definition, as k is 1,000, is equal to 1,000 meters. 1 hour is equal to 60 minutes, and 1 minute will equal 60 seconds. So if we take a look at our problem again, we will have 55 mile per hour. And this shows why the expression of MPH isn't really useful, because it cannot be used in the mathematical context. If you write units out as fractions such as this, you can actually manipulate them. 55 mile per hour can then be operated on. We want to leave miles and go to meters. So let's begin by doing that. We need to have miles downstairs in a conversion factor. So let's divide both sides by the side that actually has miles. 1 mile goes home. And we have 1 on the left, as we saw before, and this conversion factor on the right. So we have 1.61 kms, and this goes over 1 mile. Once we've left miles for kms, what we're going to need to do is leave kms for meters. So now we put this down, and we have 1 km downstairs and 1,000 meters upstairs. So now we've successfully gone from miles to meters, miles, miles, kms, kms, to arrive at meters upstairs, which is our unit destination for the numerator. Now for the denominator, we have hours. And things are going to be a little bit different here. Commonly when people go through unit conversions, they say, well, I just have to multiply by 60, or I just have to divide by 60. Sometimes that works. But if one carefully goes through these conversions, it takes out the guesswork. Clearly, if we have hours downstairs, think, do we want hours to be downstairs, or do we want hours to be upstairs in our unit conversion? We want hours to be upstairs. That then means we need to divide by the side that doesn't have hours in it. We need to divide by the side that has minutes in it, because we ultimately want the minutes downstairs. Minutes go home and 60 goes home, and there is our unit conversion in this case. The unit conversion will be 1 hour all over 60 minutes. For the next conversion, I'm obviously going to need a little bit more room, so I will rewrite this over here, and I will have 1 minute set equal to 60 seconds. And as we saw before, if the hours are canceled out, I have minutes downstairs. If I have minutes and I want to go to seconds, then think to yourself, do I want minutes upstairs in my conversion factor, or do I want minutes downstairs in my conversion factor? To do the canceling, minutes must remain upstairs, so I must divide both sides by the side that has seconds. The 60s cancel, the seconds cancel, and I'm left with this conversion factor. I have 1 minute over 60 seconds. And then my unit conversion by units should be complete. Hours cancel with hours, minutes cancel with minutes, and I'm left with seconds. Minutes over seconds, that is the destination unit that I have. Now to complete the calculation, what I simply do is I multiply straight across, and then I divide by each individual element downstairs. I can do this in a calculator as follows. 55 times 1.61 times 1,000 all over 60 times 60, and my result then will be in meter over second. So once your calculator is used to get a final result, you'll see that the answer is 24.6 meter per second. So a good estimate then, going back and forth between mile per hour and meter per second, it's basically divide by 2. But with a calculation such as this, one can methodically go through any number of calculations, and you will see this not only in mathematics, but also in chemistry and physics. Thank you for your attention.